Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and today I'm going to give you my weekly tarot forecast and advice. And this video is going to be for the week starting from January 24th until January 30th. Things you have to consider, things you have to pay attention to. And my forecast is for every zodiac sign. And I'm using the Tarot Writer deck to give you my weekly forecast. The first zodiac sign we have Aries. So what should Aries expect in the upcoming week? And for Aries, we have the Fool, the major arcana, which is 22nd energy or the zero energy. It's a beginning and ending of something. So when it comes to the Fool, he is a lot about freedom and having this feeling inside of you. So ask yourself this week, are there anybody who is limiting you? Or maybe it's you who limit yourself. It can be anything. It can be, especially when it comes to limiting actions. Maybe somebody is limiting you in some actions. Let's say you have a partner who doesn't let you go somewhere. Ask this question. Maybe it's you. You have some limiting beliefs, and all those limits, they do actually stop you from moving forward and from having this actual freedom inside of you. So feel this week yourself free from anything. Unleash yourself, go and do some things. This week it is good for traveling, for exploring something new. He is also like a kid. He is very playful. He is ready for all adventure, so do not be afraid of that as well this week. Go and explore, be childish maybe, so do not be afraid of some adventures, of some trips. And again, remember about limits, remember about freedom. So do not let, first of all, other people limit you. If you do not like do something, do not do that. Clearly state that you don't like this, you don't want to do that. So do not keep this inside of you. If you don't like something, say it aloud, and do not let other people limit you and take control over you and take control over your freedom. So keywords for you, my dear Aries, for this week are freedom, limits, and child. Be like a kid, be like a child this week. Take things easy, play around, have some fun, and go travel maybe, have some trips, explore some different places. So do not be afraid of something else, of something new, and do not limit yourself. Do not think about how you're gonna look. It's the Fool. He doesn't care about that. So stop thinking about what other people are going to say about you, what other people are going to think about you. Behave in the way you want to behave without thinking and having concerns about other people. If you want to wear a certain outfit, just go and wear it without thinking that what other people would think about me. Isn't this outfit look so silly and stupid? How do I look? Like, you shouldn't care about that. If you feel that you like it, if you feel comfortable in that outfit, just go in, enjoy it, and break all those limits inside of you and all those limiting beliefs. So that was for Aries for this week. Next one we have Taurus. So what should Taurus expect in the upcoming week? For Taurus, we have Page of Cups. And for Taurus, my main advice for you is that be more ambitious, be more motivated. It looks like you lack of both. You lack of ambition, you lack of motivation at this point. So this week it's a perfect time to work on that. It's a perfect time to observe yourself. If you're not feeling motivated enough, why? What is the problem? Maybe you're doing something wrong, maybe you don't enjoy what you're doing. So what is wrong with you and why you feel like that? What stops you from moving forward, or what stops you from going and achieving these things? Why you are a little bit upset right now, a little bit not feeling confident enough in what is going on. So work on that, analyze that, and do not be afraid this week to take some responsibilities. Work as well on your fears. As I've said earlier, there is something that stops you from being ambitious, from being more motivated. Probably those are your fears. Probably you haven't been taking enough responsibilities recently. You've been lazy, you've been procrastinating. So ask yourself all those questions and look at those things in your life during this week. Also, the problem with the Page of Cups can be that sometimes you are too naive. So that's why some people may use this against you. So pay attention as well to your environment. Pay attention to the people around you. Are there any people who are trying to trick you? Are there any people who is using your kindness against you? So pay attention to that. So pay attention to your environment. Pay attention to the people around you. So interesting week for Taurus. Just it's time to work on your fears. It's time to be more responsible towards whatever is happening in your life. It's time to be more motivated. It's time to be more ambitious, set up all your goals and move in a certain direction. So right now you may feel you're not on the right track. You may feel a bit stressed and anxious about what's happening, but just focus this week on working on that and everything is going to be great. Next one we have Gemini. For Gemini, we have the Magician, the major arcana number 1. And when it comes to the Magician, he is a lot about creativity. He is a lot about trying something new. And the key idea for you, my dear Gemini, for this week is that remember that it's not about the end result. For you this week, it's more important, the process is more important than the end result. So you should enjoy the process. You should enjoy the process of doing something, of trying something new, rather than thinking about what I'm gonna get out of this, what is gonna be outcome of this, why should I do this, I'm not getting anything out of it. Do not think about end result and do not think about outcome. Think about the process. I don't know, you've been thinking about trying some drawing classes for quite some time, and just go and do that this week. Do not think what you're gonna get out of it. Just do not set any expectations, nothing. Just go and enjoy the process, be more creative. This week overall, it is great week for trying something new, to explore even some of your strengths, to explore some of your talents, some of your abilities. It's a good week for that. It's a good week for trying something new. You've been thinking about trying for quite some time, and now it's time to do that. So do not think what you're gonna get out of it. Just go and truly enjoy the process of doing something. If you have been thinking about learning how to ski for quite some time, just go and do it. Give it a try. See how you feel. Maybe it's going to be your new hobby. Maybe you're going to find some of your strengths. Maybe you're going to find some of your talents, things you're passionate about. So go and explore, try something new, and especially when it comes to trying something new, I mean by trying some new activities, especially creative things, drawing, music, dancing. It can be sports as well. Just doing something you've been thinking of trying to do for quite some time. And this week it is good for enjoying this process and exploring yourself in a different field. So do not be afraid. It's overall it's a perfect and it's a great week. So use this opportunity wisely. Next one we have Cancer. What should Cancer expect in the upcoming week? And for Cancer, we have the Star, the major arcana number 17. And when it comes to the Star, the key idea here and the key word here is that it is all about communication. It is all about meeting new people. It is all about networking. So this week it would be better for you to actually go and meet with some new people, network, build some connections. All these people, they can help you to achieve your goals. They can help you to achieve, maybe to get to your dreams. Your dreams may come true because you met the right people. So do not be afraid going and talking and meeting new people, communicating, introducing yourself, some networking events. But this week it's definitely not for being by yourself. It's not about individual work. It's not about being solo for the whole week and being alone for the whole week and sitting at home. No, it is more about, and you're gonna get the most out of this week by actually communicating. So the key word for you is communication. And when it comes to the star, when you look in the sky, it's pretty bright, so you can shine this week. You can be in the center of the attention, so use this as well. It is a good week for showing yourself out, let's say blogging, creating your YouTube channel. If you have been thinking about it for quite some time, it's a good week for that. Maybe creating your Instagram blog or something where you can show yourself off, where you can be the star, show yourself to the people, let other people look at you. And it's a good week overall when it comes to communicating with people and showing yourself and presenting yourself to the people. That's why, as I've said earlier, it can be blogging, it can be YouTube, Instagram, it can be TV, radio, it can be public speaking, going to some conferences, it can be anything. But go out and show yourself, show your skills, show who you are. And definitely there are people who will follow you, and there are definitely people who are interested to know more about you. So use this week. And also another key advice for you is that still stay connected with reality, still stay connected with the present moment, because sometimes you can be too into your future, thinking too much what you can achieve, what you can get. Things are not that perfect as you may imagine. Look at the people from the real perspective, who they are, without setting some certain expectations and without making other people look perfect. Nobody is perfect, so remember that during this week. Next one, we have Leo. What should Leo expect in the upcoming week? For Leo, we have 8 of Wands. And the key advice for you, my dear Leo, this week it is better to hide. You can see that there are 8 wands coming over you. They're flying in your direction. So this week it is better to hide. This week it is better to maybe stay at home. Do not make any actions. The less you do, the better it is. Don't really go out and don't really go and explore new places, meeting new people. It's better to focus on what you already have and save what you already have. So by actually making less actions, you're gonna make less mistakes and you're gonna get into less of troubles. So it's better to be quiet this week, hide. Do not be active this week. It is about being a bit passive. It's about sorting things out, what you already have, but it's not a good time to start something new. It's not a good time to meet with new people because there might be some troubles. You can see there are quite a lot of them, and there are quite a lot of things which you have to take care of. So it's better to be quiet, be passive, do not risk this week. It is not about taking risks. It is about having the things the way they already are, and do not start anything new, because remember about that. All those 8 wands can just literally drop on your head. So in order to avoid that, it's just better to hide. It's just better to make less actions and not go outside. Just stay where you are without any extra moves. Okay, next one we have Virgo. So what should Virgo expect the upcoming week? For Virgo, we have Page of Cups. It's kind of a sign for you, my dear Virgo, that you have to be more ambitious. You have to be more motivated. It looks like you lack of both at this present time, so try to focus on those things right now. Try to find out why you're not really motivated enough, why you kind of don't want to do some things, why you don't want to fully use all your energy and resources. So what is wrong with you? So do not be afraid this week to take some responsibilities and look at your fears and look at your confidence. Maybe you are not motivated and ambitious enough because you are not confident enough in yourself. Maybe you are not ready to take some extra responsibilities and start some new projects because you're afraid. There are some certain fears that stop you from doing that and from taking this extra project and from starting something new. So ask yourself, what is wrong with me? Am I confident enough? Am I willing to take some extra responsibilities? Am I afraid of something? So what actually stops you from being more motivated and from going and achieving the things? Because you do have the energy, you do have all the resources. It's just like inside of you, you don't want to use them. So ask yourself why and what's wrong. Maybe it's sort of activity. Maybe you are not confident enough in what you're doing and you want to switch, but you're not confident enough whether or not you want to switch. So it's kind of in a circle going around and around. So work on that this week. And as well as you may be a bit too naive, and some people may use that against you. So that's why pay attention to the people around you, how they communicate with you. Maybe they use your kindness against you. So pay attention to your environment and pay attention to the people around you. Maybe you are not motivated enough, you don't want to do some things because of some people. Maybe some people used you in the past and now you just don't want to deal with that. So there are lots of things to think about this week, my dear Virgos. So please do that because it can help you to move forward. It can help you to go and achieve your results. Just right now, this kind of a stage where you just need a little bit of a push, and you have to give this push to yourself. Nobody can do that for you. You have to figure out what's wrong and what actually stops you and what actually don't let you to be more motivated and be ambitious in whatever you are doing. So that was for Virgo. Next one we have Libra. So what should Libra expect? And for Libra we have 4 swords. And when it comes to 4 swords, when you look at the card, you can see the person is lying. He is not active. He is not making any movements or actions at all. So that's why this week, my dear Libra, it is time to take some rest. It looks like it's been a lot for you recently. It's been a lot on your plate recently. And now it's time to recharge. Now it's time to think about your mental health, think about your physical health. You've been going through a lot recently, you've been handling a lot recently, and you haven't been taking enough care of your body recently. So you need this recharge. So please take some time off, rest. Think first of all about your body. If you don't do that right now, if you don't do it by yourself, your body is gonna do that for you. So you may become sick, you may feel not good at all, you may have headaches or something like that. So your body is pushing you, take some time off. Please go and take a rest. So if you don't do that, your body will do that for you, because it looks like it's been a lot, and it's time to recharge a little bit and take care of yourself. So that's why it's a good week for vacation. It's a good week to take some time off, to go somewhere outside, less work, more of a vacation relaxation mode. But overall this week you can actually earn a lot this week. It's a good week overall when it comes to your work, to your career, to your finances. You can generate more income, you can achieve some things. There is like uptrend tendency, but still, like, I don't know, maybe at the beginning of the week you will feel, or after the weekend, feel motivated. You will have some strength to go and do this stuff and achieve these things, but definitely by the end of the week you are like this. You are dead. You cannot do a single thing. You cannot make any actions and movements. So there's a positive trend in your career, in your finances, but it's gonna be tough. Challenging week, hard week. And first of all, please, before you make lots of actions and movements, think about your mental health and think about your physical health as well. Take care of your sleep enough, focus on your regime, focus on your nutrition. So it's a lot to handle, so at least what you can do for your body is just like give your body some time to recharge. Okay, next one we have Scorpio. So what should Scorpio expect in the upcoming week? And for Scorpio we have Ace of Cups. So for Scorpio, it is overall a good and positive week. Like, first of all, when it comes to the cups are all about emotions. And this week is going to be so emotional for you, my dear Scorpio. And 90% of all those emotions, they are nice and positive. The rest still 10% that something can happen, but overall it's a nice feelings, it's a nice emotions. The problem is that what can be with emotions that there might be too much of them, so pay attention that your emotions do not take over you. So that's why when it comes to making some decisions, when it comes to making some choices, do not let your emotions do that for you. Pause if you need, and then make a decision. Maybe go to bed, sleep, and in the morning with a fresh mind, do you still want to do that or not? Or maybe it was emotionally driven decision, and in order not to regret about this decision, it's just better to take some time and make it rather than doing it very emotionally instantly on place. So pay attention to that, my dear Scorpio. Do not let your emotions take over you, and do not make any rushed decisions and emotionally driven decisions and choices this week. But overall, it is a great positive week. Lots of still nice feelings, lots of nice events may happen this week. So let yourself enjoy this time. Do not keep these feelings and emotions inside of you. Still let them out. If you feel happy, share this happiness with others. But remember about that when it comes to emotions, when it comes to decisions. Yes, you may have lots of emotions, but you may lack of some thoughts and thinking at the same time. So do not let your emotions take over you, but overall it's a nice and positive week with some positive events. So enjoy this time. Next one we have Sagittarius. So what should Sagittarius expect in the upcoming week? For Sagittarius, we have the Tower, the major kind of number 16. So a bit challenging week. Some things may crash, some things may get destroyed. You've been working on something for quite some time, or you've been planning, let's say, a trip for quite some time. You booked it half a year ago, and there is a high chance that this trip can get cancelled, something can go wrong. So do not be afraid of all those crashes, and do not be afraid when things will potentially can go wrong this week. It's totally fine, it's totally normal. When this happens, it means that there were no place for those things in your life, and it's actually a good time to start building something new. It's a good time to start building everything from scratch. So, and at the same time, do not be afraid to get rid of the useless and unnecessary things in your life. It can be things, it can be people as well. So pay attention to that. But overall, if something negative happens, of course, we feel furious, we feel mad about everything, we feel angry, especially when something goes wrong in completely opposite direction, especially when you have been working on something for quite some time and now it's destroyed and smashed completely. Try to find and see some positive things in all those situations. If that happened, it means that it happened for a reason. It means that you don't need that in your life anymore. There've been some signs before. You didn't do it by yourself. Let's say you didn't finish project by yourself. You kept on pushing and you kept on moving forward. And now just universe is gonna clean everything out for you. So if that happened, it's totally fine. It's totally normal. There is no more place for those things in your life. It's time to start from scratch. It's time to build everything, let's say, with the right mindset, with the right team. So build this whole foundation in a better way. So do not be afraid of all those things, and do not be afraid when something goes wrong this week. Learn from whatever is going to happen, and try to avoid risking this week. So if you're not confident enough in something, so it's better not to do it. It's better not to start. Just take it easy, take it slowly this week, slowly but surely, step by step. If you make some crazy actions, there might be some consequences. Remember about that. So avoid some risks. If you're not confident enough, you're not sure enough in something, it's just better not to do that this week, in order to avoid even a bigger crash, and in order to avoid some bigger mistakes and troubles. So, but overall, challenging week, but at the same time, it's a good week for creating something. It's a good week for building something new, starting new projects, building a house. So overall, it's a good time for new beginnings. But in order to start all those new beginnings, you need to clean up some space. There is not enough space for whatever you want to build, for whatever you want to start. You need, first of all, to clean out the space and then start building something new. So that's why do not be afraid to maybe pause some projects in order to start a new one, or even get rid of completely of the old project and start something new. Or it can be relationships as well. So be careful this week and pay attention to that. And next one, we have Capricorn. What should Capricorn expect in the upcoming week? For Capricorn, we have Ace of Wands. So for the Ace of Wands, it is a good week. It's a good week for new beginnings, for starting something new, for new opportunities. So use this week wisely, use all your opportunities wisely, start generating more ideas. If you have been thinking about trying something new, it is a good week to do that. Overall, something is gonna be given to you, so do not miss all those opportunities. Do not miss all your chances to succeed potentially in the future. If you meet some people who will invite you, let's say, to join the project, this is a sign that you have to join the project. It's your opportunity. So something like that will be given to you, some sort of opportunity and a chance will be given to you. So use it and be able to see it, and be ready to say yes to some ideas. Be ready to listen to some ideas. Maybe that's what you've been looking for quite some time, and here it is. So that's why generate new ideas, come up with some plans, come up with some strategies, how you can improve the things, how you can make these things better. But still, the problem here can be that you are flying in the sky, in the clouds somewhere, and you're not that connected to the reality, to the present time. So make sure when you generate ideas and we come up with some plans, that they are realistic. That it's possible to realize them, it's possible to achieve whatever you're planning, it's possible to achieve the end result and come to the end goal. So make sure, the keyword for you, that all your goals, all your plans are realistic. So that's kind of my main advice. But overall, it's a great week for new beginnings and new starts. But remember about that, everything should be realistic. You should still stay connected with the reality, and you should still think about, is it possible to do? Is it real or not? So ask all those questions before you actually execute. When you generate ideas, it's totally fine, it's totally normal. Sometimes out of crazy ideas, great projects come out. But when you actually find the last idea, ask yourself, is it realistic or not at all at this present time? Maybe later, yes, but not right now. Okay. Next time we have Aquarius. So what should Aquarius expect in the upcoming week? for Aquarius, we have Queen of Cups. So this week, my dear Aquarius, be very open to work and communicate with other people. Be very open towards networking and meeting new people. So this week, it's not about only you, and it's not about individual approach and work. It is more about collaborating and working with other people. Problem when it comes to the Queen of Cups, as you can see here, she is sitting. Your problem is that sometimes she is a bit too passive, and by being passive, by doing things slowly, you can get into trouble this week. So that's why try to be more active, try to go and actually do the things in order to avoid all those problems. Also, because all the cups, they are related to emotions, and this week try to avoid buying emotionally some unnecessary and useless things. Try to avoid spending money on some unnecessary things just because you suddenly emotionally you want to get it so much. Think about it. If you truly want to buy it, think about it for a few days. If you still have this desire, then only buy it. So ask yourself before you're making some purchases, especially big ones, do I really need that? Do I really want that? Or are those my emotions right now, and all my decisions and spendings are driven by my emotions? But again, overall this week, be more active, but when it comes to making decisions, yes, act fast as well. Then do not let your emotions take over you. Do not make those decisions based on emotions. You still need to think properly about your decision. Act fast, but well thought out. That's my main advice for you, my Aquarius. Next one and the last one, we have Pisces. So what should Pisces expect in the upcoming week? And for Pisces, we have Knight of Swords. When you look at the card, you can see the speed here. The Knight of Swords, he is very active. He is very goal-oriented. He sees something and he goes in the direction he wants to go. So it is a very active week. It is about week of achieving something new. It's about going and doing the things, executing. So it's definitely not a passive week. It's not a week to lay on yourself for the whole day and do nothing. No, you have to be active. The problem with the Knight of Swords can be that because he sees the goal and he is moving like so surely and confident in the direction of his goal, and he doesn't pay enough attention to the things around him. He's so focused on his goal. He is running so fast. He is so active. But I mean, it's great. You're focused, you're running, you're achieving, you're like doing the things. But because you are too active a little bit, you're so fast, you pass by lots of important things. It can be people as well. Maybe you've been too concentrated and focused on your things and your goals, but you haven't been paying enough attention to the people around you, your family. Maybe somebody needs a help and you're too active and you're so focused on yourself and you haven't been paying enough attention to your family. Or it can be some little things, and all those things can be related to your end goal. But it's kind of like a snowball. Like lots of all those little things, they can add up to a big snowball. And as a result, you can easily make some mistakes. You can easily get into trouble just by avoiding all those things and people around you. So yes, it's week about being active. It is week about some achievements. It is week about actually going and doing some things, achieving all your goals. But still, Don't be just too focused on yourself, on your goals, on your achievements. There are still other people, first of all, and there are still other little things and nuances you need to pay attention. So that's why when you are rushing and doing something this week, maybe it's better to plan and sort things out. Maybe it's time to consider all the little things and consequences and some troubles with which you're gonna face this week. So pay attention to that, and pay attention whatever is around you, as you do miss some important things and some important people around you by being just too focused on yourself. And this is kind of a reminder to you that do not be so egocentric and focusing on yourself only. There are some other important things and you should take care of them as well. So that was it for my weekly tarot forecast and advice. Thank you everyone for watching. Let me know how you feel right now about your card, how you feel about the upcoming week, or overall how you're feeling right now. Write as well in the comments what is your zodiac sign. Let's see who we have the most, what kind of zodiac sign we have the most among my subscribers. And do not forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel in order not to miss my upcoming videos. And thank you again everyone for watching, and see you for next videos. Bye bye.